Well, it looks like we're returning to Wingmaiden Island. Alright, nothing to worry about. I got my notes. I got my insurance. Let's review the episode. At first glance, it feels like a rough transition is kind of placed very oddly in this final season because 2 episodes ago was a gruff separation, which also focused on the twins. Their relationship, their love for each other, and all of that. But what makes Ruff Transition unique is that it focuses solely on Ruff herself as a dragon rider instead of just the twins themselves. And that's something to praise about because, like I said, there's been a lot of episodes that focus just on the twins themselves throughout this Netflix series and the previous 2 that aired on Cartoon Network. But so far, to my recollection, there has only been one that focused on Ruff as a trainer, and that was Free Scaldy, all the way back in Season 2, Defenders of Berk. So, I'm not complaining about how there was too long of a span of time. It's just something that I feel needs to be mentioned because it's very clear to the writers that they want to give all their characters their 15 minutes of fame, their time in the spotlight, and even focus on them individually. The whole premise of this episode is that the writers arrive on Wingmaiden Island to find a new location for the lenses because there's a rumor that Johan knows that it's hidden on Wingmaiden Island, and their arrival coincides with something in Wingmaiden culture called the Grand Transition, where the baby razor whips that they've been caring for have all grown up. They can now fend for themselves, and so a new litter of babies. I'm sorry. A new litter of babies are come in, and now the process kind of starts all over again. One of the babies bonds with Ruff, and so that means that she now has to go through the Wingmaiden bonding process, and she sucks at it, like, immensely. But Tough, however, helps her along. He knows how to take care of this baby razor whip dubbed Wingnut, and probably the reason is because of how much he loves chicken, and I guess we can assume he's taken good care of the chicks as well. So no surprise there. A majority of the second act is of Ruff failing at caring for Wingnut, but succeeding with Tough's help until she gives up, and before the writers leave, the flyers come in, and that's pretty standard. But apparently this was the push that Ruff needed to truly bond with Wingnut, and for Wingnut to bond with Ruffnut, and they get their badass moment. They beat the flyers. Krogan gets a what the fuck face, and the island is safe. And now at the end, it kind of looks like that Ruff will have to stay on the island to complete the training because Wingnut can't be separated from his siblings, but he decides that, no, I'll actually stay with Atali. Our armor looks remarkably similar, don't you think? And that's pretty much how the episode ends. So there's no A plot, B plot, which is kind of a relief. So this is just a straightforward episode that's focused more on Ruff's ability as a dragon trainer. And there's not much that I can complain about. There's just a couple that I can nitpick. I'm pretty sure I can't be the only one that was just all confused when Atali was surprised that a baby razor whip doesn't like water. I mean, I kind of get it. Salt water and metal doesn't really mix. But you would kind of think, after doing this for generations, as you have said, that one of your wing maidens might have, I don't know, misplaced one of their babies and somehow found it either like playing near a lake or splashing in a puddle or a pond. I mean, sometimes in the long time that you've been doing this, there haven't been any accidents. I find that hard to believe. And I guess the funny nitpick, which I guess it's just something to poke fun of and laugh at, is that one of the hunters, after they're chasing Atali, she ducks under one of the hunters, but the hunter that's chasing her just still goes forward and swings his axe, hitting his partner. I mean, what can you expect from goons that look like they're mass-produced out of a factory? So, I guess that kind of makes up for that little bit of A majority of the second act is, like I've said, focused on Ruff only succeeded in caring for Wingnut with Tough Nut's help, but I'm pretty sure the most memorable scene, or the one that we remember most, is the feeding scene. And yeah, I had to muscle down a gag reflex. That was really disgusting. But at the same time, I have to praise it for, one, they animated the disgusting factor of that slug so very well, and this is pretty much the first time since Gift of the Night Fury where we got something close to a vomit take. And so yeah, it's kind of like it goes to show, like I had been saying that the animators and the writers, they're pulling out all the stops. They're just making sure that this final season is one to be remembered, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna remember that as much as I want to forget. And that's pretty much all that I can praise about it. There's really not much anymore that I can say. So yeah, this is the end of the episode, and as you know, as is customary, I give the hashtag, but now I will give 2 more hashtags. Yes, DreamWorks hashtag release the discs. I can't stress this enough. We want physical copies of this show. And some of my fans, they really like the music. I do too. The music in this series is great. So, release the soundtrack. And since the title and synopsis for the 3rd movie has already been revealed, it's looking like Toothless may find a mate. Which means, baby Night Furies! So 3rd hashtag, show the Night Fury babies! Oh boy, there's a lot of hashtags on this. I don't think there's enough room on the Twitter screen for this. But yes, release the discs, release the soundtrack, show the Night Fury babies! Anyway, see you next time.